These super rare humans have been hiding in plain sight. The observers, the dreamers, the quiet types basically carrying the world's entire emotional load. We're talking INFJs, the rarest personality type on the planet, like only 1 to 3% of everyone. You think you've got them pegged? That quiet friend, that super smart colleague, that partner who just knows you? You think they're an open book? No way. Think again. The INFJ brain is an insane maze, a whole galaxy of crazy depth, bizarre paradoxes, and secrets they guard like Fort Knox. Their intuition, it's legendary. Their empathy, it's like they're literally reading your mind. But what's actually happening under that calm exterior? Today, we're not just scratching the surface. We are going all the way in. We're unlocking 25 of the most elusive, most whispered about secrets of the INFJ. This isn't your grandma's personality profile. This is an epic expose. Get ready to have everything you thought you knew about the advocate completely obliterated. But wait, there's more. What if I told you that the person you see as this gentle, peace-loving soul is also fighting these monstrous inner battles you can't even begin to imagine? What if their uncanny ability to understand you comes from a place of super deep, sometimes agonizing self-awareness and just watching every single thing? And what if their biggest strength is also the thing that makes them unbelievably vulnerable? Brace yourselves, because the secrets we're about to drop will shatter everything you thought you knew about the enigmatic INFJ. Some of these secrets are going to make your brain explode. Some will have you screaming, "Yes, that's it." And for the INFJs watching, you might finally feel like someone actually sees you. Secret number 1, the unseen analyst. You see the empathy, you feel the warmth, right? But underneath all that, an INFJ's mind is like a freaking supercomputer, constantly breaking down social dynamics, why people do what they do, and what could happen 5 steps from now. They're not just listening to your words, they're scanning every single micro-expression, your tone, the unspoken energy in the room. And it's not judgy at first, it's just how they decode the world by seeing patterns everyone else misses. They're processing tons of information, building these ridiculously complex mental maps of people and situations. It's like they've got this non-stop background app 24/7, collecting data to get the full picture. That's why they often just know things without being able to tell you exactly how. Secret number 2, the paradox of social energy. INFJs can sometimes seem shockingly outgoing or amazing with people for introverts. That's their extroverted feeling, going full throttle. It helps them mirror people, adapt, and keep everything smooth. But here's the secret. Doing this social performance, even if they genuinely mean well, literally sucks the life out of them. They might be the star of a small party, engaging super deeply, but afterwards, they need a ridiculous amount of alone time to recharge and process all the emotional and sensory overload they soaked up. It's not that they didn't have a blast. It's just that engaging, that intensely costs a mountain of energy. They crave connection, but are fiercely protective of their inner batteries. Secret number 3, the secret stash of unspoken truths. INFJs value truth and authenticity more than almost anything. Yet, ironically, they often keep a mountain of their own thoughts and feelings locked down, especially the critical ones or the stuff that might cause a drama explosion. This isn't about being fake. It's an unbelievably complex calculation. They're constantly weighing how their words might destroy others, terrified they might burden someone, wreck the peace, or just be completely misunderstood. So they keep this mental encyclopedia of observations, insights, and even disappointments, only sharing what they think is absolutely critical or 100% safe. This means you're probably only seeing the tip of the iceberg, the edited-for-TV version of their inner world, designed to protect both you and them. Secret number 4, the weight of emotional sponging. You know INFJs are empathetic, but you have no idea how intense this is. They don't just get your emotions, They often literally soak them up like a human sponge. They can walk into a room and instantly feel the mood of everyone there, or sit with a friend and physically feel their friend's anxiety or joy like it is their own. This makes them incredible counselors and supportive friends. But dude, that's a heavy backpack of emotions. Without super strong boundaries, they can get utterly overwhelmed, carrying emotions that aren't even theirs, leading to total system crash and burnout. It's this constant silent battle to figure out what they re-feeling versus what everyone else around them is blasting out. Secret number 5. The intricate world of ideals versus reality. INFJs live with this massive, beautiful vision of a perfect world, how things should be. They're driven by these profound ideals and a gigantic desire to do something meaningful. But this is a crazy double-edged sword. The secret is the huge, sometimes torturous gap they see between their flawless vision and the often brutal, messed-up reality. This can make them feel deeply dissatisfied a lot, or like they're just not on the same planet as everyone else. They're always chasing perfection, not just in their work, but in relationships and in themselves, which is an absolutely exhausting way to exist. Secret number 6. The future-oriented mind and its anxieties. Their main brain function, introverted intuition, NI, means INFJs are basically living in the future, like 100 steps ahead in their heads. They're like human future forecasters, constantly running scenarios, predicting what's going to happen, and seeing the long-term consequences of what's happening right now. This is why they often give such insanely accurate advice. But the secret burden here is a tendency to get crazy anxious about futures that might never happen. They can get trapped in these endless loops of what-ifs, and the weight of all the potential catastrophes can be crushing. They're planners, through and through, and uncertainty can send them into overdrive. Secret number 7. The aha. Moments are hard-won. INFJs are legendary for these mind-blowing aha moments where they connect totally random pieces of information into some profound understanding. It seems like actual magic to everyone else. But the secret is that these insights are the result of some intense, next-level mental gymnastics happening behind the scenes. Their minds are like icebergs. You only see the tip, that flash of intuition, not the massive underwater network of data collecting and pattern linking that created it. These insights often pop up after they've been quiet and reflective, or even when they're distracted, giving their intuition space to cook. Secret number 8. The chameleon skill is a survival tactic. INFJs have this uncanny ability to morph and blend in, changing how they talk and act depending on who they're with. They can mirror other people's energy and language to build a connection and make them feel comfortable. While this makes them super adaptable, the secret is that this chameleon thing is often a hardcore survival tactic. Being so rare and often misunderstood since childhood, they learn to watch and adapt to get by socially and dodge unwanted attention. It's a way to connect, for sure, but also a way to shield their super real, vulnerable core until they feel 1000% safe. Secret number 9. They secretly test your authenticity. Because INFJs care so much about authenticity and are literal Jedi masters at spotting fakes, they've got these low-key CIA-level tests for your authenticity. This isn't some cruel game. It's how they figure out if someone is trustworthy and if a real connection is even possible. They might watch how you treat other people, listen for inconsistencies in your stories, or check if your actions match your words. Passing these unspoken tests is the only way to earn an INFJ's trust, which once you have it, is incredibly deep and fiercely loyal. Secret number 10. The silent struggle with perfectionism. Their idealism often morphs into intense perfectionism. An INFJ doesn't just want to do a good job, they want to do it absolutely flawlessly to meet some internal standard of excellence that's basically superhuman. This perfectionism applies to themselves, their work, and sometimes tragically to other people too. The secret pain here is that they are their own harshest, most brutal critics. They're hyper-aware of their own flaws and screw-ups, and this can lead to a ton of self-doubt and even procrastinating if they re-scared they can't meet their own impossibly high expectations. Secret number 11. The craving for profound connection and fear of it. More than anything else on Earth, INFJs crave deep, meaningful, soul-to-soul connections. Surface-level chats? Forget about it. They hate it. It leaves them feeling empty and totally drained. But here, as the hidden twist, they were also completely terrified of the vulnerability that kind of connection demands. Having been misunderstood or hurt countless times, opening up their complex inner world feels like a gigantic, terrifying risk. So they might be desperate for intimacy while also pushing people away, a push-pull dynamic that can be super confusing to others and even to themselves. Secret number 12. The INFJ door slam is a last resort, not malice. The legendary INFJ door slam, where an INFJ just abruptly cuts someone out of their life, is often seen as cold or heartless. The secret? It's almost always an incredibly painful DEFCON 1 last resort. It usually happens after someone has repeatedly betrayed them, stomped all over their core values, or when they realize a relationship is just hopelessly toxic and sucking the actual life out of them. Before a door slam, an INFJ has probably given a gazillion unspoken chances and tried everything to make things work. The door slam is an act of extreme self-preservation, not something they do lightly, and it often comes with a colossal amount of grief for the INFJ too. Secret number 13. They grieve the world's pain. Their empathy isn't just for their close friends and family. INFJs often feel this crushing weight of sadness for all the world's suffering. News about injustice, cruelty, or environmental disasters can demolish them emotionally, almost like they're personally experiencing it. This isn't just a passing sadness. It can be this never-ending deep ache, a feeling of being totally overwhelmed by the world's problems and a burning desire to fix everything. This is part of what fuels their idealism and their relentless drive to make a positive difference. Secret number 14. Their inner world is fantastically rich, and sometimes a refuge. INFJs have an insanely rich, mind-blowing inner universe. It's like a Hollywood movie studio in their head, packed with imagination, abstract ideas, daydreams, and super detailed scenarios. This inner landscape is where their creativity and insights are born, but it can also be a hideout when the real world feels too harsh or just plain boring. The secret is that they can spend hours, days, lost in their own thoughts, which can be awesome for them, but might make them seem distant or totally zoned out to other people. They're often replaying conversations, analyzing everything, or exploring wild possibilities in their own private IMAX theater. Secret number 15. The quiet warrior archetype. Do not be fooled by the gentle act. Underneath that calm surface, INFJs are often incredibly resilient and have an unbreakable, iron will determination, especially when they're fighting for their values or protecting people they love. They're not aggressive, but they are fiercely principled. When a core value is threatened, or someone they care about is in danger, this shockingly powerful warrior just explodes onto the scene. This quiet strength is often totally underestimated, but it's a huge part of who they are. They will literally walk through fire for what they believe in. Secret number 16. They absorb knowledge intuitively, not just logically. INFJs often learn and understand complex stuff in this crazy, holistic, almost psychic way, not just in a straight, logical line. They might have a hard time explaining how they know something, but their understanding is usually ridiculously deep and detailed. They connect patterns and abstract ideas that other people might totally miss. This can sometimes make them feel a bit insecure in academic or work settings that only value rote memorization or purely logical explanations instead of those big-brain intuitive leaps. They just get the essence of things. Secret number 17. Their need for meaning is non-negotiable. For an INFJ, a life without meaning and purpose? To an INFJ, that's like a personal nightmare. It's just empty, depressing. They are constantly looking for or trying to create significance in absolutely everything they do, their job, their relationships, their hobbies. This isn't just something they'd like. It's a core, non-negotiable need. Like air. If they end up in a job or situation that feels utterly pointless or totally clashes with their values, they will feel this huge, gnawing emptiness inside and restlessness, even if it looks like they're succeeding on the outside. They need to feel like they're contributing to something bigger than just themselves. Secret number 18. They are walking contradictions, and they know it. INFJs are often totally aware they're walking, talking paradoxes, and honestly, it can seriously mess them up. They can be super empathetic, but also private like a secret agent, idealistic yet incredibly practical when it comes to planning, gentle but then unbelievably stubborn when their principles are on the line, craving connection but needing huge amounts of alone time. This internal chaotic mix of opposing forces is part of what makes them so complex and sometimes so hard for others and even themselves to fully figure out. They might feel like a living, breathing enigma. Secret number 19. Sensitivity to criticism. Cuts deeper than you think. While INFJs are great at understanding others, they can be hyper-mega-ultra sensitive to criticism, especially about their values, intentions, or their competence. Even helpful feedback, if it's not delivered with extreme care and understanding, can feel like a dagger to the heart or like someone saying they are fundamentally flawed or invalid. This isn't because they're weak, but because they pour so much of themselves into what they do and believe. Criticism can trigger their perfectionism and those deep, dark fears of not being good enough, causing them to get defensive or just completely withdraw. Secret number 20. They secretly long to be understood, without explaining everything. This is one of the saddest and most real INFJ secrets. Even though they're private and don't like to bare their souls completely, they have this deep, powerful, unspoken ache to be truly seen and understood for who they are, all the complicated bits included. The dream scenario for many INFJs is for someone to just get them intuitively, without them having to painstakingly explain every single thought and feeling. Yeah, it's a huge ask, almost impossible, but it shows how much they want a connection so profound that words are almost an afterthought. They just want someone to get them. Secret number 21. Their gut feeling is highly refined intuition. What an INFJ calls a gut feeling or a hunch is often their supercharged, laser-focused introverted intuition, pulling together tons of tiny details the rest of us miss completely into a scarily accurate insight or prediction. They can sense shifts in the atmosphere, detect hidden motives, and see problems brewing miles away. While they might not always be able to spell out the why behind these feelings right away, ignoring an INFJ's strong intuition, you're gonna have a bad time. Seriously. This isn't some crystal ball stuff. It's a deeply developed brain function they've sharpened over a lifetime of observing and pattern recognition. Secret number 22. They can be masterful and ethical influencers. With their deep understanding of human emotions and motivations, thanks, extroverted feeling, and their visionary insights, hello, introverted intuition, INFJs can be unbelievably persuasive and influential when they actually choose to be. They're not about tricking you. They want to lift you up and guide people towards a better future. Their influence comes from being genuine, their unwavering beliefs, and their real care for others. When an INFJ speaks from the heart about something they believe in, people actually shut up and listen. They're often the silent giants who make massive changes happen from behind the scenes. Secret number 23. The mysterious aura is unintentional. INFJs often get described as mysterious, enigmatic, or impossible to figure out. The secret is, this usually isn't them trying to be all intriguing on purpose. It's not an act. It's just a natural side effect of how much deep internal processing they do, their intense need for privacy, and the fact that their main intuitive function works mostly under the radar of their conscious mind. They're just living in their own giant brain universe and share so selectively that other people naturally pick up this air of mystery. They're simply not wearing their hearts or their entire brains on their sleeves for everyone to see. Secret number 24, they have a hidden, playful, even goofy side. Underneath that often serious, lost-in-thought look, INFJs can have this shockingly playful, witty, and even super silly sense of humor. This side, though, is VIP only. You gotta earn that trust big time because it's usually reserved for people they trust completely and feel totally comfortable with. When their guard is down and they feel safe to be their authentic selves, they can be incredibly fun-loving and lighthearted. Seeing this hidden side is a true sign that an INFJ feels a deep connection and acceptance with you. It's like finding a secret Narnia in their brain. Secret number 25. Their greatest secret is their untapped potential for impact. Maybe the most elusive and powerful secret of the INFJ is the absolutely colossal scale of their potential to create positive change in the world, potential so huge even they can't see it sometimes or feel confident enough to unleash it. With their unique blend of vision, empathy, determination, and insight, INFJs are built to solve the world's toughest problems and fight for those who don't have a voice. The world desperately needs their wisdom and compassion. The final secret is that when an INFJ kicks their self-doubt to the curb and steps fully into their power, they can be an absolutely unstoppable force for good, truly living up to their advocate title. And there you have it. 25 elusive secrets of the INFJ mind finally revealed. From their silent, analytical superpowers and the insane weight of emotional sponging to their craving for profound connection and their quiet warrior spirit, the INFJ is a mind-blowing tapestry of beautiful complexity. They navigate the world with a depth of understanding and a commitment to their ideals that is both super rare and insanely valuable. Maybe you recognized yourself or someone you know in these revelations. The INFJ journey is all about striving for authenticity in a world that doesn't always get their depth. So, what now? If you're an INFJ, did these secrets blow your mind? Which one resonated with you the most? Spam those comments below. Your insights are pure gold. And if you are not an INFJ, but had your reality shattered by this deep dive into their world, let us know what surprised you the most. For more crazy explorations into the fascinating world of personality and to keep unlocking the mysteries of the human mind, make sure you absolutely destroy that subscribe button and punch that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Understanding ourselves and others is the first step to a more connected world. Thanks for watching, you legends!